Eligible voters of all ages formed two lines at the Dixie Center in St. George to cast their ballot this presidential election. The long line spanned not only down the hallway, but also out the door clear to the end of the sidewalk on Tuesday. While some were same-day registrations or provisional ballot voters, others were already signed up. Those with mail-in ballots who wanted to take part in the voting process in person were asked to spoil the corner of it and get a new one.
I had to throw that one away, have to tear a little section off so it's no longer valid, no one can use it. And I also appreciated having to show my ID to vote.
We just prefer to vote in person instead of mail-in ballots, and gotta get the sticker.
It's all about the sticker.
All about the sticker and voting in person.
Voters were anxious and willing in Washington County to come and cast ballots for their favorite presidential candidate.
I think people really care about this election. They want to see a good outcome for their candidate, and I think that's drawing everybody in.
Even if they haven't voted for a while or never, most feel it's their civic duty to vote this general election.
I came to vote because, one, I'm a woman, and it's, extremely important because for a long time, women weren't able to vote. And for two, just because I have a voice and I want to speak.
I just felt like this was an important election and just wanted to be a part of it. And I felt like I wanted my vote to count this year. So.
As they entered into the election arena, bells and cheers could be heard in the background, celebrating those voters who were casting their ballots for the first time.
Yeah, I just feel like it's my civic duty. I just want to do my part.
But not all were as fortunate.
I registered to vote a couple months ago online, and it said, okay, we're going to get you like a confirmation email from the county clerk's office. Never came in, so I registered again just to be safe. It said I was good to go. Then when I got here, they told me they didn't have any of my information. To just get told that you can't vote like you wanted to, it really sucks.
Some came to drop their ballots off in the drop box.
I seen that there was some boxes that were burnt in Seattle, so I wanted to make sure that it was counted.
In Utah, electoral delegates for both the Democratic and Republican parties are chosen to eventually cast all 6 of Utah's electoral votes based upon the winner of the presidential election's popular vote.
In Utah, it's a winner-take-all state, so all 6 of our electoral votes go towards the winner today of the presidential election. In other states, it might be proportional, or that's the choice, proportional or winner-take-all. We're a winner-take-all.
States are allocated electoral votes based upon the number of House and Senators they have, which is also based upon population of the state.
So every state gets minimum of 3. And right now in America, a representative represents about 750,000 people. That's a good thing, because that means Los Angeles and New York are not controlling who gets elected as president. We may not feel like that we make a difference, but in a close race, we're definitely going to make a difference, and I think this race is going to be very close.
Ballots were printed up one by one on site for those who came to vote in person.
We have always voted on Election Day, and when they started implementing mail-in ballots and drop boxes, the fraud became too easy.
Most who vote feel it's a right and a privilege.
Yeah, of all the countries in the world, we should be the country that leads the way in faith and freedom. And we got to come out and vote in order to make that happen.
It just matters so much to me what happens with our country. I have a daughter who's serving as a fighter pilot in the Air Force, and I, support 100% those that are fighting for our country.
Others believe it's their patriotic duty. Some even came dressed for the occasion. Even workers on their lunch break stopped by to do their due diligence.
You stopped to vote today, or what? What's going on?
I did vote today, yes.
Sheriff and police officers were on hand to make sure that the election laws were not broken. No hats, shirts, or electioneering for a candidate was allowed within 150 feet of the building.
Obviously, we have some people outside right there, just at the border of 150 feet. So they're complying, and everything's going fine so far.
Trump 2024, save America.
While ballots could still be coming in to be counted after the election, the final count will be verified during the caucus in 2 weeks. One thing is for sure, this election is expected to be one of the highest voter turnouts ever. In Washington County on Election Day 2024, Melissa Anderson, Community Education